if you live in the West and don't have a bunker? What do you think about this? NATO has warned civilians to prepare for conflict and make sure to have equipment to survive the first 36 hours of what may come. According to the head of NATO Military Committee, Admiral Rob Bauer, it's not a given that we are in peace. And this is why NATO countries are preparing for a conflict with Russia and terror groups. The British government also confirmed that we are in a pre-war era. British Defence Minister Grant Shapps noted that the world could be engulfed by multiple wars involving Russia, China, North Korea and Iran in the next 5 years. And the NATO has to increase its defence spending to at least 2% of national income. And just a week ago, Sweden's defence officials asked citizens to prepare for war and an end to 210 years of peace. Is this why billionaires are building bunkers? But for ordinary citizens who could barely afford a roof, let alone a bunker, what is their hope?
This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, and I'm going to start at verse 9. I'm going to read this in the NLT. And it says, "Say to the nations far and wide, get ready for war. Call out your best warriors. Let all your fighting men advance for the attack." Okay, verse 10, "Hammer your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Train even your weaklings to be warriors." I want to give all honor, all glory, and all praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashir Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders of the nation of Israel. Shalom to you brothers out there that are laboring, enduring the elements, making your body a living sacrifice, trying to seal the elect, making your call election sure, seeking out your own salvation, as well as you sisters that are learning, listening, applying, being obedient to your husband. Shalom, shalom. Okay? So as you see the video clip I put in the beginning of this Highways and Hedges, and Lord willing, this be edifying to you, okay? NATO is warning the people of conflict, possible conflict with Russia, okay? And it says we are in a pre-war era, okay? They said we're in a pre-war era. They were talking about how they're going to be fighting possibly other nations. They went into naming them as well. You know, that's that nation against nation, as the scripture says, man. Okay? You know, you got your wars and you got your rumors of wars, okay? And so what that Bible's saying is, you know, be mindful of both of them, man, okay? Don't be troubled, but be mindful of it. And that's for you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, all right? So, all right, without further ado, I got an article that also just pretty much was speaking on it. I'm just going to read the headline on it. All right, so just give me a second. Okay, and I had to get this location. I've done this location once before when it was raining. Now it's not raining as hard, but I don't, you know, want my equipment to get wet. You know, I was mentioning that in my earlier lesson. You know, so if anybody wondering like, okay, why has he changed locations? You know, this is a backup location for when it's raining. You know, and Tawada Yahweh Bashim Yahweh man for being able to, you know, allow me to get this tripod, because that really helps. You know, for a long time I did most of my lessons without one. Okay, but it made a big difference once I got it. Okay, but another article speaking on the matter. This says NATO official warns West. Okay, that West is Babylon the Great. This place, America. Okay, which is soon to be destroyed by Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and he's going to use these other nations to do so. Okay, also his son Yahweh Shai and the angels when they return. Hell, our people are going to have a hand in it as well. You know. So it's going to be heavy, man, okay? But NATO official warns West, be ready for anything, okay? And he says the tectonic plates of power are shifting. Dutch Admiral Rob Bauer says, okay? So he said the tectonic plates of power are shifting, okay? And then we know spiritually, you know, physically and spiritually, okay, it's being shifted over to Jacob, us, the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, okay? The Israelites, the biblical Israelites, it's being shifted back to us, okay? That's what he's referring to, but when he says it, he's going to tell people, he's talking about these other nations, like it could be shifted to Russia or North Korea, China, one of them, but no, it's coming back to us, okay? 2nd Ezra 6:9, it tells you, for Esau was the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Okay, this place is, you know, it's under a lot of war. Okay, they even got a lot of civil war going on. Okay?
This government is on the brink of another civil war. On January 24th, Texas Governor Greg Abbott declared an invasion of the southern border, citing 6 million illegal immigrants have crossed the border in the past 2 years. In that declaration, he also mobilized the Texas National Guard, which is basically the military of Texas. The Texas National Guard then put up barbed wire around U.S. border hotspots, hoping to deter the people from crossing into the U.S. And the U.S. government did not like that, accusing the Texas government of overstepping its boundaries. The Biden administration then took the matter to the Supreme Court, which ruled in the favor of the U.S., citing that Texas had indeed overstepped its boundaries, stating that the U.S. and its federal agents had the right to remove the wire. After the U.S. federal agents removed the razor wire, Texas Governor Greg Abbott then issued the invasion statement. He basically accused the U.S. president of failing his sworn duty of protecting the people of the United States. So he has decided to take matters into his own hands. The Texas National Guard has returned to laying more razor wire, and happening right now, there is currently a standoff between the Texas National Guard and U.S. officials. This comes just a few years after Texas laws were introduced to leave the U.S. We haven't seen anything like this since the Civil War, which is exactly why,
with separatist sentiment rising, California's governor declares home rule and secedes from the Union. Texas follows quickly and declares sovereignty, taking neighboring states with them and forming the Republic of Texas. Now, once United States of America lie in ruin. The time for words has passed, and a second American Civil War now erupts as 7 factions wage war across the land. They battle one another to reclaim a nation, to restore peace, to rebuild this shattered union.
Border showdown is brewing in Eagle Pass, Texas right now. A huge hub for illegal border crossings. There's a standoff that is underway between the federal government, which wants the razor wire that Texas put in place there to protect its own state. They say it has to go. And Republican Texas Governor Greg Abbott says he will.
So nobody was gonna tell me, huh? Y'all was just gonna leave me in the dark, bro. I've been watching this whole Texas shit unfold, and I just heard about the 700,000 truckers going down there right now to seal up the border. Heard what Trump said, send the National Guard down there. I see the 25 states that's saying they support Texas and want to help Texas seal up that border. This shit just got real, man. Oh boy, this shit just got real. Yep. Now I see why people keep saying civil war, civil war. It depends on what Biden does. We're on the verge of a world war. We're on the verge of something big happening in this country, something historic. I don't know what it's going to be. Hopefully they back down and our men and women don't be shooting at each other. I don't want to see that, man. That's bad. That's really bad to put on the world right now. Like, we cannot have American men and women, soldiers, shooting at each other, bro. That cannot happen.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott refusing to give up control of the Texas border to federal officials, saying the state will not give federal agents full access to Shelby Park today. That ignores a deadline set by the Biden administration, which is today. Instead, Abbott is installing more razor wire following a Supreme Court order allowing federal agents to start removing it. Texas now receiving support from 25 Republican governors, all backing Governor Abbott's border actions, blaming the Biden administration for the crisis. Former President Trump wants to take it one step further. He's now encouraging these states to deploy their National Guard troops to Texas to prevent illegal crossings. Trump's vowing that if he becomes president again, he's going to work with Abbott to seal the border, writing, quote, those Biden says let in those should not get comfortable because they will be going home. I want to bring in Texas Congressman Lieutenant Colonel Keith Self. Congressman.
Whoa, now what's happening with y'all out there? Check this out. Here we go again. Shit ain't looking too good. You got a bunch of truckers heading down here to Texas. They starting out from Virginia all over the United States. They coming down here to stand side by side with the National Guards with the support of Greg Abbott. Biden then goddamn gave Greg Abbott 24 hours to stop the shit he doing. Abbott then threw the middle finger up at him. Abbott done got support from a bunch of other governors from across the United States, and they bringing their National Guards down here. I'm going to tell y'all something. Civil war finna get ready to start, and it's happening right before your eyes. Y'all better start paying attention to get your shit ready, because this ain't finna end well. You know what I'm saying? You got the government going against the government. I'm telling you this shit ain't finna end well. Y'all better prepare yourself, because in a couple of weeks or maybe even less, something finna get ready to pop off. You about to see a lot of rock slanging, bottle slanging, and a lot of if you catch the drift of what I'm saying. It's getting to the point now, it look like the president of the United States is declaring war on the citizens over here. That's what it's looking like to me. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all better get yourself ready, man. Because this shit gonna hit your front door. It's finna be a big change. It's finna be a big change what's finna happen. You ain't never seen nothing like this before. I don't give a fuck how old you are. You never seen nothing that's going on like it is right now at this Texas border. Texas done declared war on everything. It's an invasion happening, and they standing on business. Y'all stay up out there and get it out the mud.
So this is the book of Mark, chapter 3, and I'm going to start at verse 24. And I'm going to read this also in the NLT, okay, just so that you get a better understanding. Okay, not saying that the KJV doesn't, you know, because, hey, man, I resonate more with the KJV. You know, that's the official. But this one right here, we just bring it out just to help out those, especially like if you're new in the faith and stuff like that. Certain words might go over your head and stuff, and so we just do this one to bring it out in a better way. Plus certain words it says too, okay? And that's why I chose this one. So Mark chapter 3, I'm gonna start at verse 24, and it says, "A kingdom divided by civil war," okay? As you see in the video clips, they're talking about civil war, okay? "A kingdom divided by civil war will collapse." You see that? So this place is gonna collapse by way of that too, you know? And it says, similarly, a family splintered by feuding will fall apart. Okay, you know, Yahweh Shem Shah said he ain't coming to bring peace on earth. He said, but rather division. So you're seeing a division even amongst these Edomites. Okay, this is why they're being exposed. You got some that are, hey, they ain't with the shit, man. So they exposing them. Okay, and excuse my language, but you know they're not with it. Okay. And then verse 26, it says, "And if Satan is divided and fights against himself, how can he stand? He would never survive." Hey, and they ain't talking about a red guy with horns and a pinchfork. It's talking about Esau Edom, so-called white man. He's the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. Okay? He is Satan, man. And he's divided. Okay? So it ain't talking about the spiritual demon Satan. He's not going to go in a mirror and just start punching himself. That, like, you know, that's you know, you will see this and think that's talking about that. No. It's these people, they are the devil that the Bible speaks of. They are the devil. They are the great deceiver. Okay? So they're divided. All right? And that's why this place is going to crumble. Okay? But yeah, NATO official warns West to be ready for anything. Okay? Now us in the know understand what's it's not really about the warning, even though, you know, you've ever heard the quote, "Warning comes before destruction," okay? But in this case, we know according to the scriptures, it's whenever they talk about peace and safety. So right now, they're bringing all this out, okay? We're not going to be troubled by that. Now, we're going to bring it out in a lesson. We're going to speak on it and everything, and we're still going to prepare because we're prudent, okay? The men of Yahweh Shem Shai, okay? All right? And you women and you children that are hearkening and came back to the Heavenly Father, all right? You know, we are prudent, okay? But it's not just the warning part that moves us, okay? But like I said, it's when they say peace and safety, all right? But war is coming, okay? And you might hear me say that several times because, you know, like I said, it's a lot of stuff going on, and I'm going to cover it in this lesson. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go to the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and I'm going to start at verse 6. Give me 1 second. I'm going to switch it over to the KJV. All right, and it says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars." Okay, see that you be not troubled, like I was saying. Okay, for Salakia, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So the end is not yet. Because we know that when Yahweh Shai returns, Yahweh Shai is going to return during World War III, okay? Because it tells you in the scriptures. It goes in great description too, man, of it. Like they're going to see the man, they're going to come out of the sea and they're going to try to subdue him, okay? They'll be fighting each other. They're going to stop fighting each other to try to subdue him, okay? So obviously if they're fighting each other at this time, this is going to be what we know as World War III, okay? All right? But it says, but the end is not yet, okay? Verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, okay? And they're talking about this, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places, and all these things have been taking place, okay? All these things, all right? But, you know, it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on in this world, all right? And this devil, he wants to keep you occupied with the bread and circus, okay? Most of our people are not even talking about these things, okay? Their mind is on something else, totally else, all right? You know, you're not gonna make it, you know? You're not gonna make it thinking that way, all right? This is 1 Thessalonians 5:3, like I was saying earlier, okay? It's not just the warning that they're giving, okay? It's whenever they start talking about that peace and safety, all right? This is 1 Thessalonians 5:3. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But they ain't gonna escape the wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right. So let me go ahead and jump into another article. All right, and this one was from RT News. It says millions of UK residents can't afford power and heat. Okay, and it says by the end of winter, some 2 million Brits will be cut off from electricity due to inability to pay, research suggests. Okay, hey, that's bad, man. You know, and I'm praying for my brothers over there in the UK. There's some beautiful brothers over there, man. You know, there was a one of the garments that I have, my camouflage one. You know, a brother from over in the UK made that for me, man. He took the time out of his life, man, and made that for me, man. And I'm forever grateful. You know, that's why I pray for every time I talk about it, man, that Yahweh Shem Yahushua bless that man. Okay. You know, I pray that no harm comes to him or his family. I pray that that he is of the 144,000 as well. You know, because man, he didn't have to do that, man. It was at the kind of his heart, man. You know, and I'm grateful for that, man. A real good brother. You know, and he took the time out and broke down the highways and how it, you know, we're supposed to go out and everything too. You know, he was very, very meek and humble, man. That was a real good spirit on that brother, man. So I'm appreciate that, man. But I pray that he's not affected by this, you know, and his family and all those brothers over there, man, that are laboring and enduring the elements. Okay, I pray Yahweh Shem Yahushua protects them. All right, but that's definitely it's a struggle that's coming, you know. And even if these things hit us, remember we have to endure. Okay, there's a saying, it's a quote, man: "What don't kill you make you stronger." Okay. Man, when I was in Puerto Rico during the hurricane weather, we lived without power for 3 months. Okay, now of course I was in Puerto Rico, you know, and the weather there is you know, a little bit more pleasant. Okay, but still not having electricity, man. But you know, during that time I was there, cell phones wasn't really that big of a thing yet, you know, so we wasn't tripping. And plus it was beautiful, man. I was always outdoors doing stuff, staying active. I was never sick when I lived there too, by the way. I think one time in the time I was there, I had like a fever one time, and that was it. Okay, but yeah, man, it's gonna definitely be a struggle, man. Very difficult times. Okay, we're speaking of difficult times. This is 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1, and it says, "You should know this, Timothy, that in the last days there will be very difficult times." Okay, and I read that in the NLT also. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and go to Google real quick, and I'm gonna pull up difficult times, get the meaning of that. All right. Okay, and you know, it means calamity, catastrophe, crunch, difficulty, disaster, hardship, misery, misfortune, mishap, sorrow, suffering, trouble. See that? Okay. Also, I got this here, and it says a period of difficulty or hardship, especially financial hardship. Okay, you not being able to pay your electric bill, you not being able to have eat. That's hardship. That's financial hardship. Okay, so you know, like I said, Yahweh Shem Yashai got his eyes on this sinful kingdom. Okay, so these are the this is heavy, man. All right. I got another preset, okay? Because it's gonna be a lot of you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Okay, you're gonna have those EMP attacks, okay? So you're gonna have a lot of lights out, okay? No power, all right? And that's gonna come to Babylon. This place, oh man, people are gonna go crazy when they can't have their cell phones and all that stuff. They're gonna go crazy, okay? I've seen people act like that on my job. You know, guy come in, man, and his phone, he ran through all of his data on there, so his phone wasn't working properly. Oh, man, he was going nuts. He was going nuts, man, trying to get that back going, all right? But this is Job 18:5, okay? It says, yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. See that? Okay? Verse 6, it says, the light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him, okay? So Yahweh Shem Yahshai, man, is definitely gonna begin to visit this place, man, and take all the goodly little devices and things that people have, you know, and they hold dearly to, okay? You know, because people are not choosing to hearken unto him, okay? Us men of the Lord, we're not perfect. We're not acting like we're we're just so perfect. No, man. You know, we're nothing but filthy rags, man, but he called us, man, to do this, and we're being obedient, and we're going to come out, you know, day in, day out. You got brothers coming out in the snow, the rain, the heat, you name it, man. Now, we be mindful that if it's a hurricane, we're not going to be standing out here. You know, you got to use wisdom, but yes, but we in season and out of season, man, okay? But how about Shem Yahshai, man, has definitely got his eyes set on this place. So destruction is coming.
You need to have water, you need to have a radio on batteries, and you need to have a flashlight on batteries to make sure that you can survive the first 36 hours. Things like that. That's simple things. But it starts there. The realization that not everything is plannable, not everything is going to be honky-dory in the next 20 years. I'm not saying it is going wrong tomorrow, but we have to realize it's not a given that we are in peace. And that's why we have the plans. That's why we are preparing for a conflict with Russia and the terror groups, if it comes to it, if they attack us. We're not seeking any conflict. But if they attack us, we have to be ready.
So apparently there's been reports of people panic buying radios in Sweden out of concerns that war would come to them. And I don't know if this was in response to that or not, but NATO's top military advisor basically told everybody that they should have the basic necessities that they would need to survive. Mostly just in case conflict came to the area. So like first aid, food, things like that.
You know, this guy from NATO, man, they're even saying, hey, man, you're going to need radio, batteries, candles, matches, and things like that. Which, you know, I'm going to put this out there, man. I actually got those things, man. And I don't, you know, so like I said, sometimes I do things and just don't know why, man. It just be through the spirit, man. Yahweh Shem Yahshai will lead you. And maybe he's telling you, hey, you might need those things. You know, that might be a way that you get food in the last days. You know, a lot of stuff we put in movies, and I'm gonna tell you, when you watch the Book of Eli, I paid close attention to how Denzel, you know, his character, when he was needing like water and stuff like that, he made a trade. He had things. He was like, man, I got soap, I think he had like some type of shampoo, gloves, whatever, batteries. It could be a Walkman, a lighter. Something, you know, something of use, okay? And so imagine what a thing of matches can do for somebody. You know what I'm saying? You could sell that to get some food, okay? Now, it's going to be crazy times. I ain't going to be running around trying to sell stuff because you're going to have people out here robbing each other, raping, robbing, everything, you know? I didn't want to use that R word, but you know, hey, that's what's going to be taking place, man. It says your wives and your daughters will be ravished, man. All right, so, man, but we just pray for protection over, our families, okay? All right, but he's bringing these things out, okay? And it's no coincidence. Sometimes Yahweh Shem Yahshua put the spirit on them to bring it out, okay? This is Psalm 64:8. It says, so they shall make their own tongue fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away, okay? And a lot of times they'll tell on themselves, okay? And because they only put truth out in these movies. They make it like it's make-believe fairy tale, but the truth is really in these movies. That's why, like, the men of Yahweh Shem Yahshua can watch a movie, see it for what it is, and break it down, okay? Most other people just saw it as entertainment, but we see what this devil is doing, okay? But yeah, man, you know, hey, this devil's not slick, but he's warning you, talking about having radio batteries and all these type of things, okay? They have video to show you that I think one of those like car charger things. You put that with a battery and a spring and stuff, and you're able to charge your phone. You'll be able to use that to charge your phone. Okay, they got certain little hacks, I guess they'll call it, hacks and things that you can do to do that. But then again, hey, who's to say that the phones will work anyways? You know, they, like I said, for EMP tech, it might fry your phone and shut it all the way down. Okay, I got another preset. Okay, so you know, because one of the things is there's nothing wrong with being prepared. Okay. And most of the men of Yahweh Shem Yahshua will bring that out and tell you. Now, we're not going to be stocking up like these crazies out here. 2/3 of our people, they, you know, I even heard some people, they said they got like 10 years worth of food stored up, man. And you know, these, they got bunkers and stuff, you know. That's crazy, man. And they could very well, something could happen to them, and maybe them having that food like that might be it might be sitting there prepared for the elect, okay? But this is Proverbs 27:12, and I'm going to read it in the AMP version, okay, the Amplified Bible. It says, "A prudent man sees evil and hides himself and avoids it, but the naive who are easily misled, okay, being misled by the serpent, Esau, Edom." Okay, continue on and are punished by suffering the consequences of sin. You see that? Man. Okay, so Yahweh Shem Yahshua, man, he's dealing with the prudent. Okay, which I got the word prudent. I'm going to pull up the word prudent, okay, so that you'll know what that word means. Okay. And it says acting wit or showing care and thought for the future. Okay? And who are doing that? The men of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Okay? The hopeful elect. Okay? And you men, women, and children that are believers on Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Okay? Alright? But you got men out here that are going into the prepping, being preppers and all that. And like I said, you know, people having 10 years stock 10 years worth of food stocked up, okay?
Well, what makes me a prepper is when the elites who I know personally are building bunkers to keep them off the grid for 10 years, and this started 2 years ago.
Whoa. 10 years?
Yep, 10 years, my friend.
Like a 10-year food supply?
Yep, between 3 and 10 years. The lowest one I've seen is a 3-year prep. Off the grid, off the range, completely from remote mountains to remote islands. And these are big money people that have information at the top level. And I could talk to you about it offline, Mike, but they're prepping. And
okay, well, now I have to talk to you about this offline, but what can you say publicly, if anything, about what are the broad concerns? That would why would a wealthy person bother to stockpile a decade of food?
Because for whatever reason, whatever's being planned, infrastructure-wise, I think that the system's going to go down. I just do. Because I would not, if I'm an elite and I have all the resources in the world to go buy whatever, I got private jets, everything else, why would I prep at that level? What is it? I always say, what is it you know that I don't know? It's no different than being I was January 5th and 6th, I was down at the Capitol, right?
So I also got the word prepper, and it just says a person who believes a catastrophic disaster or emergency is likely to occur in the future and makes active preparations for it, typically by stockpiling food, okay? All right, and it says ammunition, okay, and that's Esau Edom. Now, you got some of our people that, oh, I got my gun, you know, I wish they would. I got ammo, all that stocked up. And even with that, you can shoot as many as you want, but imagine if thousands upon thousands come up knocking on your door. You got people coming in on the border, and, you know, like you know, I brought out with the video clips, man. That's all the whole thing with Texas is going on, you know? Hey, but, hey, man, how about Shimon Shah, man, is, yeah, he's working. He's working, man. He's working. All we got to do is do this work, be diligent, try to keep these law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our abilities, and let Yahweh Shem Yahushua do what he's doing, man. Hey, he's doing a beautiful, beautiful work, okay? All right? So war is coming whether you want to believe it or not. And remember I told you I'm going to keep bringing that out, okay? It's coming whether you believe it or not. You know, a lot of our people don't want to accept it. They believe this place is going to continue. See, they think like Esau Edom. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue, okay? So, the water to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, we don't have that mindset. You know, we get our daily bread, we keep it simple. Like me, I live a simple life, man. I live a very simple life. I don't do no extra. And I got some money put back, you know, for emergency. But, you know, I don't do no extra, man. I'm not out here trying to have fun and just live it up. You know, you got some of Yasharala that push that vibration, and man, that ain't a good spirit to be in. You should be living it very, very, very simple, man. Very simple life. Now, I ain't saying that you can't do something, you can't do things and stuff, but just, you know, but don't push that vibration. Don't, you know, like you'll be going off, man. If you a man of your how about you and shine, you got a lesson, you calling it live it up to the fullest. That's like basically saying do what thou wilt, do what you want to do, okay? And we know what that vibration goes back to. It ain't Yahweh Shem Yahushua. I can tell you that. All right, but this article, it's another article, okay, that says Russia says its scientists created a nuclear blast simulator with flash and mushroom cloud effects to train soldiers. Okay, you see that? So, you know, hey man, they're getting prepared, man. Okay, see, Yahweh Shem Yahushua got them hooks in the jaws of Gog and Magog. Okay. AKA Russia. All right. Russia scientists built a new simulator to train soldiers for nuclear explosions, state media says. The simulator will be used in military exercises to prepare troops for combat missions after blasts. Amid heightened tensions between Russia and the West, see, West Babylon, aka America, Putin has often rattled the nuclear saber. Okay. This is Isaiah chapter 13, and I'm going to start at verse 17. And it says, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, okay, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it, okay. Their bows shall also dash young men to pieces, okay, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children, okay. And that's talking about the nuclear missiles, okay. They're not going to have any type of emotions. They're just going to, when they land, anyone in that path, they're going to be destroyed. Okay? It says their eyes shall not spare children. Woo! Verse 19, it says, in Babylon, America, aka America, all right, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of Chaldees, excellency shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay? And we know how that place went down. That's how this place is going to go down. But it's going to be on a whole nother level, man. This place is going to be destroyed. Well, technically, Sodom and Gomorrah has been annihilated. They said nothing could grow there. Okay? Man. So, I guess it's as bad, you know, because that's bad. They said, man, some of that stuff over there, sulfur, it's just still burning. That's crazy, man. Hey, how about Shem Yahushua, man, is to be feared, man. Whew. All right. So again, you know, war is coming. You know, like I said, I'm gonna just keep saying it. War is coming, war is coming, war is coming. Okay? We're gonna have food shortages. Okay? We're gonna have many of those, man. And you see how people act when the toilet paper, you see how they act with that. Imagine when everything is short on the food and stuff. People are gonna be trying to stockpile and go crazy, man. Okay? But the food shortage is gonna lead to famine. Okay? It's gonna lead to chaos, man. It's gonna lead to people having an evil eye towards their neighbors, destroying their homes for the lack of bread. Okay, that's in 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. Okay, they're gonna destroy your homes for the lack of bread, man, because they're gonna be hungry. Their stomach's gonna be beginning to touch their back. You know, the scripture says, man, better for a man to be destroyed or killed, and I'm roughly paraphrasing, be killed by the sword than of hunger. Okay. Because that's oh man, that's gonna be a slow and painful death, man. Being hungry like that, man. All right, you're gonna have civil wars, which I brought that out. Okay, race riots, same thing, you know. But you know, nation against nation. Okay, all right. It's pure anarchy. Okay, and much more. Okay, much more is gonna be happening. World War III is gonna be taking place. Okay. That's why they're mentioning things, because it look like things are going to escalate. And these devils know it, but like I said, they got the masses, you know, blinded, man. They think if they don't think about it, then everything going to be all right. It'll go away. It'll go away. Just don't think about it. Don't speak on it, you know. But hey, we speaking on it, because we want this place to go down. Our eyes are set for a new heaven and a new earth, you know. That's what we're set on. This place has to go. Okay? This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 18. It says the beginning of sorrows, okay? And great mournings, the beginning of famine. See, famine, like I was just talking about, and great death. It's gonna be a lot of death. Okay? All right, the beginning of wars, okay? So wars are coming, and the power shall stand in fear. This is why they got those bunkers. This is why you hear people talking more and more about them bunkers. All right? Stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? And them guys that are bringing those videos out and speaking on it, you can see the fear in their face. So the scriptures, man, is on point. Okay? See, Yahweh Shemiah Shah, man, is not, you know, he is to be feared, all right? Okay? And you know, part of that great death, you're going to have pestilences. Like I was reading in Matthew, the 24th chapter, you know, which it goes into disease and stuff, which I want to watch, you know, too much what I say on all that. But y'all know what I mean, okay? But I got an article. I got another article that I want to bring out. Give me 1 second to get that pulled up. All right. And this was from End Time Headlines, okay? It says, the WHO director calls for World Pandemic Treaty to prepare for Disease X. Okay, so they're saying this is the next one. Okay, and they want people to prepare. And it's ironic they got that X in there like that. You know, Twitter it's called X now. It's hey man, I'm telling you, man. It's all connected. All these dudes is all in unison. Don't ever believe, you know, the hype, man. These devils, man, are working together. Okay, but they hate each other too. You know, they hate each other. Because ultimately they're doing it because they want to prepare. They want to keep their rulership. You know, they know that Yahweh Shai is returning. They know that the Israelites are going to rise up. They know that the Israelites are next in rulership, and they don't want that. So they're going to try to use things like this to try to destroy our people. Okay, but it's ultimately going to backfire on them. All right, Yahweh Shai got angels down here that He have given charge over us to protect us, man. You know, when they try to starve us out, the angels are going to make sure that we eat, okay? When we're cold, they're going to make sure we're warm, you know? When we get soaking wet, they're going to make sure we dry. They're going to look out for us, man. Those are our brothers, okay? Those are our family, our kinfolk. So they're going to look out for us, man. They got us. And we just got to have that faith and believe, okay? But yeah, the WHO director calls for World Pandemic Treaty to prepare for Disease X. So you see that, okay? And ultimately, Yahweh Shemiah Shai is the orchestrator, okay? All right? And we understand that, okay? Because he is a man of war, Yahweh, all right? He wants to And he's going to use that to take this place down. See, he rose this devil up in power just to ultimately show his power when he overthrows him, like he did Pharaoh. Okay? All right? This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 8. Okay? It says, the mighty Lord sendeth the plagues. You see that? Like I just said, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua does it. And who is he that can drive them away? Nobody but him. Nobody but him, man. Okay? And we don't want him to drive it away. Now, we pray for protection from it. Okay? Just like he did for us in Egypt. You know, when our people, our forefathers painted that blood on their doors, man. Nothing came upon them, man. But everybody else outside of that, man, caught hell. You know, they were put to death. There were people that were being put to death, man. All right? Yeah, the mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? Nobody but Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay? So, in these last days, man, you want to seek Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, okay? And that's you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You got to seek him right now, man, because there's going to be a famine of the word. This truth that we're doing, it's a dreadful sound in the devil's ears, man. You think he's happy that we're doing this? He's watching us. I did a lesson earlier. You know, a sister even believes through the Spirit they watching us. They are watching us, man. That we're up. They hate the fact that we're pushing this truth. They hate the fact that we are we realizing that we are the Israelites. Again, you know, we're bringing it out. They hate the fact that we're exposing them and we're calling them by their biblical name. You know, we just say so-called white man. We call them Edomites. We say Esau Edom. You know, Idumean. Okay. You know, we are woken up, man, and there's nothing they can do about this. You know, you can't do nothing against the truth but for the truth. Okay, this truth is gonna stand, man. All right. Yahweh Hashem Shah said his word ain't gonna come back to him void. So I got one more precept I'm gonna bring out, and I'm gonna go ahead and end it. And Lord willing, this has been edifying to you. Okay, I know it might be a little shorter lesson, but you know what I'm saying, like I said, the weather, and I just wanted to make sure I come out, make my call election assured, make it as edifying as possible, and just, you know, keeping people updated with current events, you know, various topics and things. Okay, you know, just making my call election assured, man. You know, Lord willing, I'll be on those chariots with you guys, man. You know, I've had dreams and stuff of it, but you know, like I said, I still, you know, I'm not gonna just, you know, dream it and not put into work. You know. Okay, that's like seeing the number 144. You know, we can see the number 144 all the time, but that don't mean that we're gonna be that if you know, your works ain't adding up. You know, so you got to put that work in. You know, the scripture says, "Put on as the elect." Okay, and Elder Gabar, man, he said something. He spoke about the characteristics of the elect and what that is, and I'm pretty sure many brothers seen the lesson. And you got to ask yourself, man, do you fit that those, you know, those things that he was mentioning, you know? Because there have been some brothers, they speak a lot about that 144, man, but when you see the way that they act and move and treat brothers, you know, it's the totally opposite, man. You know? It's been shown, you know, even, you know, just because you're calling on the names, just because you're part of a certain camp, just because you feel, you know, hey, we got the truth, and this and that don't mean you don't get jacked up. We've seen men that have said that and still got put to death. We've seen that, you know, and men fall out, you know, because they wasn't rooted and grounded. Okay, you know, I was talking to the brother earlier, and I brought out this analogy too, you know, and that's why I said the scriptures are for our learning. Look at Judas, you know, which I might just do a lesson on it, on this matter, but look at Judas, man. When Judas was around Yahweh Shai, so he was around 100% truth. He was around the 100% truth for sure. He was there with Yahweh Shai, except the son of Yahweh, the only begotten son. He was there with him, around truth. And look what he said. Look what he did. Okay, he was around that truth, man, and did what he did. Gave him up to be put to death, and that shame hit him too, man, because he realized it. Eventually he realized it, man, and that's why he ended up offing himself, which that's going off. But you know, hey, you know, he felt like, man, I can't live no more after this, man. I gave up the son, the Heavenly Father's son, up to be put to death, man. You know, so, you know, you could be around the truth, man, and everything. He saw the miracles and all that, man. Walked with him, man, and did that. You know, so you don't think that brothers, it can happen to brothers now? You could be around the truth and still do what you do? Hey, man, it can, you know. It could be any of us. That's why we got to pray that Yahweh Shah don't take his spirit away from us, all right? Okay? So, all right, now back to this scripture, this last precept I'm going to bring out. It'll be a little bit of reading, okay? So just bear with me. I'm going to the book of Psalms, chapter 91, and I'm going to start with verse 1, because, you know, we're talking about this this new pandemic and all that, and this disease and all the stuff they're speaking on. Hey, man, Yahweh Shah is going to protect us, man. You know, all right? We got to have that faith, all right? So verse 1, and it says, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Okay? So you got to abide under the shadow of the Almighty, of the Yahweh, okay? I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in him will I trust, okay? That's who we trust in. We don't trust in money. Because when they say in God we trust, they ain't talking about Yahweh Shah. They got that on their money. They talking about their God, which is Satan, okay? All right, verse 3, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence, okay? That's going to be that nuclear destruction, okay? Verse 4, he shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler, okay? Verse 5, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor the arrow that flieth by day, okay? And that's going to be that nuclear destruction, okay? Nor the pestilence that walketh in darkness, okay? And pandemics and stuff. Nor the destruction that wasteth at noonday. That's that nuclear destruction again, okay? Verse 7, 1,000 shall fall at thy side and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee, okay? So he's going to protect us, all right? Verse 8, only with thy eyes shall thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, all right? And verse 9, because thou hast made the Lord, made the Lord, okay, Yahweh, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. Woo! Okay? So with that, I want to give all honor, all glory, and all praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders of the nation of Israel, and shalom to you brothers and sisters out there. Until the next one, shalom.